Hello everybody, Adzi here, and today we have another tier list. We are going to be going through all of the missions, but this time we're ranking them based on the difficulty. So, obviously, all missions in GoldenEye aren't created equal, so this one might be, I'm thinking it might be a bit interesting. So yeah guys, let's not waste any more time, let's jump right in. Archives. So this one's quite interesting. Technically, you could straight up just run to Natalia, go to Michigan, and leave. You can do that without even touching or taking out a single guard. But if you happen to make sound in archives, such as shooting the PP7 and actually getting into some fights with the guards, it can actually change this map completely, and it can be quite difficult actually. So if you go all guns blazing, archives tends to be quite challenging. I honestly normally just run through, get it done, and I'm out of the map in a minute and a half, whatever. One of the hardest cheats as well, but strictly on 00 Agent, I think if you were to go all guns blazing, you don't have to, you can just run straight through archives. I'd have to put archives in agent tier. You can just run straight through it, guys. Oh, we have the heavy hitter. Everybody knows Aztec. So Aztec is unlocked by beating Cradle on 00 Agent. It's one of the 2 secret missions in the game. Aztec is known to be the hardest mission in the game, due to the enemies having ARs and moonrakers, and they hit incredibly hard and are super accurate. It also has a lot of sentry guns and Jaws as the boss fight, which if Jaws catches you, if you mess up and you have some bad movement and Jaws hits you, he's going to hit you very, very hard. He has dual ARs and he's very accurate. So Aztec just has everything ramped up. The AI loves to use grenades. The map design it's very narrow most of the time, so you will get hit if you don't take out the guards. Everything in Aztec is against the player. Honestly, there's no doubt that Aztec is in 007 tier. It's just gotta be. Bunker 1. Bunker 1, honestly, pretty streamlined. I'd say this is one of the first maps that actually pushes you to use your gadgets, such as the camera, the GoldenEye copier. But there's honestly not that much hard with Bunker. I'd say maybe if you take a bit of damage, you get those respawning armor guards at the end. But most of the time, you take them out before they even do anything. No, Bunker, pretty seamless. I'm going to put Bunker in the same tier as Archives in Agent, but one below. Now, Bunker 2. This is such a hit or miss. So, Bunker 2 can either be super easy or really, really hard. If you only have knives most of the time, so if you miss and take damage, that's gonna hurt. If you make any sound at all, you'll get infinite spawning guards. So yeah, if you get caught by a camera, make a lot of sound, you might as well restart. Bunker 2 is one of those maps where it can be very, very easy or very, very hard. And I think just for that, it has to be the first map in Secret Agent. Definitely. Alright, here we go. Caverns. So, the thing that makes Caverns kind of difficult is the fact that it's a very long mission. It's very narrow. So, once you've, gone into one area, you're most probably not going to head back. There's no armor unless you're using the Japanese cart. But yeah, on 00 Agent, there's no armor. So it's a really long map, no armor. And let's not forget the radio room, which is It's just such a hit or miss. Anything can happen. Honestly, anything can happen. The guards can shoot the barrels. They can nade the barrels. You could accidentally shoot the barrels. There's so many factors there that could end your run in this mission. And let's not forget the infinite spawning RCP guards at the end of the mission. That can be annoying. But it's not as hard as Aztec. It just doesn't have that the straight difficulty factor sort of thing. It's more or less, if you get unlucky, the mission can be difficult. So I think Caverns will be our first 00 agent. We got Control. I personally think Control is just as hard as Aztec, just because the mission is so long. You do get armor, which is really nice, but there's a lot of turrets, and we of course know the Natalia sequence, which one mistake there and she's gone. Luckily we have a few strats, such as the strat, but it does not stop Control from being that game stopper, you know what I mean? Once you get the Control, you're like, oh, you know, here we go. Especially with mods. Mods just do not mix well with Control. But yeah, so you have the end sequence, the Natalia sequence, both of those. A lot of stationary guards, which stationary guards have much improved accuracy. They hit you very hard. But yeah, honestly, Control has to go in 007 tier, just one behind Aztec. Cradle. This one's kind of hard because Cradle can be difficult. It's actually one of the worst performing maps in the on real hardware. It really lags. It's so easy to manipulate Trevelyan's AI, but if you didn't, it makes it a lot harder, especially with the constant respawning guards. They have dual ZMGs, which hit you pretty damn hard as well. But yeah, if you do cheese his AI, you know, you can shoot him over the balconies and ledges and stuff. He can't do anything. It's so easy. Honestly, I think Cradle, not as hard as Caverns, but I'm going to put it at the top of Secret Agent. I think that's a pretty solid ranking. Next we have Damn. This is the first mission in the game, so, you know, it shouldn't be too hard. Damn, I think if you're playing 00, like, the only way I can see Damn being difficult is if you take a lot of damage and then once you get to the tunnels, you die. Like, you'll get taken out. But other than that, yeah, there's honestly, Damn's not doing much. I'm trying to think if there's anything else. You get the sniper, which is so overpowered. You get the KF7, the PP7, so you got some good weapons. I honestly think there's nothing else to say about it. It's just the first mission, not too much going on. But yeah, Damn. I'm going to place Damn at the bottom of Agent. I still don't think it's Boris tier. We have Depot. I like Depot. I know not a lot of people enjoy this map, but I do. I really like Depot. You can pretty much run straight through this. You know, you quickly run to the screen and the key, and then you go destroy the weapon cache, and then you're pretty much out of the map. I think the hardest thing about Depot is the respawning guards. That'd be definitely the hardest part, but they don't really get to impact that too much. I think Depot, yeah, nothing much else to say about it. I think Depot has to go maybe just above Bunker, I think. Yeah, just above Bunker. I think that's a pretty solid spot. Egyptian. Now, this one's quite funny because if you just play Egyptian normally, it's like the easiest map in the game. Honestly, you get the golden gun, you take out Baron in 1 or 2 shots, you're done. It takes, honestly, barely even a minute. Super easy. But Egyptian's one of those ones where if you try to beat it without the golden gun, it is definitely 007 tier immediately. But we're not going to go into that. It's straight up just normal play, nothing like that. So yeah, you get the golden gun, you get Baron, and that's it. You're done. The only thing I could probably say that's maybe hard is not knowing the golden gun room, you know, the puzzle. But honestly, you can just look it up. It's so easy. Egyptian is 100% in Boris tier. Easiest mission in the game. Hey, we got the most iconic GoldenEye mission. Facility. Now, Facility on 00, it can be a little bit challenging, I guess, if you take a bit of damage early. I know a lot of people will struggle with getting the cheat for this one as well. I'd say some of the hardest things about Facility is getting a bad doke spawn, or accidentally missing one of the last canisters, or just little things like that. But it's one of your run-of-the-mill, just, you know, second mission. Nothing too game-changing about Facility. I'd say, yeah, just pretty much run and gun. Facility, I think, it definitely is not Boris tier. I'm going to put Facility at the top of Agent. Frigate. Now, this is another strange one, because Frigate is one of those missions where most of the time you never die on Frigate. I can't think of, like, yeah, it's pretty much, you know, your own error. You accidentally miss a shot and one of the hostages will get taken out, or you accidentally blow the bomb up instead of defusing it. Yes, I've done that many times. But yeah, honestly, Frigate's not a mission you are going to be passing away on at all. It's going to be self mistakes, and that's about it. I love Frigate, beautiful soundtrack, the map looks awesome, really faithful to the movie. But when it comes down to difficulty, I think Frigate is at the bottom of Agent, definitely. Jungle. Now, as a kid, Jungle on 00 I was stuck there for so long, I couldn't beat it. I was stuck on Jungle for the longest time, and my beautiful mum helped me beat that. So she got me through 00 Agent on Jungle. But yeah, Jungle, it performs pretty bad on real hardware. That does have a big impact on the difficulty. It's one of the worst running missions in the game. There's a lot of fog. There's a lot of turrets. You know, it's one of the objectives is actually taking them out. You have the Xenia boss battle, where if you don't know how to take her out, she can be a little bit tricky. She does have an RCP and a grenade launcher, so don't play around with that. There's the end rush. They all have ARs. Every guard in this mission has ARs practically, so they all hit very hard. You do get a few armors, so that does massively help. In my opinion, Jungle is easily at Caverns level at 00 Agent. I honestly think it is. I think that's where I'm going to put it. Runway. Probably the shortest mission. You practically just get in the tank, or grab the key, the plane key, get in the tank, shoot the turrets, and run. You will pretty much never die on this. It's Runway. It's in Boris tier. I honestly think it's harder than Egyptian though. Definitely not the lowest, but it's down there. Silo. I know a lot of people actually struggle with this one on 00 Agent. Maybe it's because of the amount of guards, or you can get nades in this one, which I've seen a lot of unlucky moments in this mission. You have the plastiques, which you can accidentally explode. If you're super low at the end, a Rumov can just take you out. But it's very narrow, and it's actually you can manipulate the AI a lot here. I think I've just beaten the game so many times that Silo is just a breeze, pretty much. But I do know a lot of people do struggle with Silo on 00 Agent. But I think, just due to the amount of enemies in the map, I'm going to put Silo one below Cradle. I think that's honestly, that's where I'm going to leave it. Statue. This is pretty much like another one where you'll just be running, you talk to Valentine, and then you pretty much just run to the end. I'd say the hardest part about this one is the shotgun enemies. If you are caught low, you will get taken out. They do massive damage and have really good accuracy. You do get armor here though, that does help, and you can pick the auto shot out for yourself as well, which is a pretty good weapon. Pretty much just A to B, you run to Trev, you run out, you grab the helicopter black box, and you leave. I think Statue... Oh, where would I put Statue? I'm going to put Statue above Bunker in Agent tier. Streets! I recently played LTK, so like, what comes to mind is, really hard. But if you play base Streets, you can just run straight through it. Honestly, you don't even have to take the tank. If you just run, you'll get through the mission. I'd say the hardest parts are the rocket enemies and the grenade launcher, because they can one-shot you, but most of the time you'll just outrun them anyways. Streets is just like Statue. You pretty much just do the first objective, which is meet up with Valentine, and then get your extra time and then just run. That's it. That's all you do. It's super easy. You get multiple armors. Yeah, Streets, definitely I think I'm just going to put under Dam. Yeah, at just above Frigate. Ah, my beloved Surface. Surface 1. I love Surface 1. It's my favorite mission in the entire game. The music, the atmosphere, and everything. But when it comes to difficulty, Surface is very, very easy. It is. It's super easy. I don't think it's definitely not the easiest map in the game, because Egyptian's just it's so easy. You got the grenade launcher, which you can use to break the locks at the end of the mission. You get the sniper rifle. It's massive, it's a big open area. The guards will pretty much never hit you. You maybe get hit once or twice, but that's it. No, Surface is just pretty much run to this objective, run to the next, and then just leave. So I think Surface is definitely the top of Boris tier. I love Surface, man. That hurts. But we're just going off a difficulty. Now, we have Surface 2. Surface 2 is a little bit harder than the first one, because you have the guards that infinitely run towards you, which can get a little bit annoying. The fog is much thicker, and just the nature of that, having guards always chasing you. So I think it definitely has to be higher than Surface 1 due to that fact. So I think we're going to put Surface 2. It's definitely above Frigate. We'll put it above Streets and Frigate. No, it won't be above Streets. We'll put it above Frigate. I think that's a good spot. Surface maps are really easy. Last but not least, Train. Oh my god, this mission. This mission can be the easiest thing in the game. It's so narrow, you just shoot your way through it, and that's it. There's no armor, so if you do get hit, it can be very bad, but it's normally very easy. But there's one factor here. If you're playing a double agent, you pretty much have to hit Xenia when you are at the end of the train for extra time. Now, there's a bug. If she gets a certain death animation, you will not get that extra time. If anyone's watched any of my streams, this is just disgusting. So Train is just a bloody buggy 50-50 mess. And if you include any mod, grenade launchers only, rockets only, it's disgusting. It goes to 007 instantly. So just because of that bug and how 50-50 it is, Train is definitely going up in 00 Agent. Well guys, that's my tier list of ranking all of the missions in GoldenEye based on difficulty. I'd love to hear your opinions and your lists themselves. I know a lot of people find other missions more difficult than others, and I'd love to hear it. So yeah, thank you everybody for watching the video. I hope to catch you in my next one, or on one of my live streams. So yeah, guys, thank you very much, and have a wonderful day. Bye bye.